about it. You're not upselling because you want their money and because it's a higher price. You're enhancing their experience. You're suggesting something because it truly is better. They will truly enjoy. So you have to know your menu and you have to know what we offer to be able to really nail it. And everybody's different. Okay. Any questions on that? Just general idea. So give me an example when you would enhance or upsell your guest.
Dessert.
Say it again.
Dessert.
Dessert? Okay, how?
You know that we have a really good item on our menu. We try to really get them to get it.
Good. So we have, when you're talking about dessert and cocktails, those are the main, and salads and apps and those starters. Those are really good areas to start. Those are revenue generators, and sometimes you'll come in and someone will just be like, all right, give me that chicken, and let it rock, okay? Yeah, it's about saying, oh yeah, that chicken is really good. Do you want to try it with this cocktail or try it with this wine? You know, it had these flavor profiles really bring out all of the seasoning, and it's really great mouthfeel and anything like that. Okay? So really knowing when to go for things. Don't just accept, I'd like a salad or I'd like chicken. Really go for it. We have awesome things. You are gonna like it. Go ahead. Like Harry said, there's a business aspect to this too. We're building checks. We're also building experiences. The importance and the priority is on building the experience. The check is secondary. It is really about building that guest experience and enhancing it. Questions on that?
It's also like creating avenues to, like, you're the ambassador of the kitchen, so you're understanding like what someone likes.
Can you hear Miles over there?
So
Okay.
You're like really getting to the point where you understand what someone likes, and like getting to know them a little bit, and then being able, with your knowledge of the menu, being able to accommodate that and being like, you know, you said they liked, you know, richness, or they like spicy, and using that as really a vehicle to upsell instead of just solely being like, this is the most expensive thing on the menu, you're gonna love it. I mean, you as servers, you are at the table, you get to know the person, you know, in a very small amount of time, but you can kind of understand what they like and what they want to get, and that is a, you know, very genuine way of kind of accommodating them. I mean, it's the psychology, like you said, of serving and understanding someone, and then also having that want for them to enjoy their meal to the highest level that we can offer. And getting to know somebody and, you know, picking up on those little things they say, and then really incorporating that into what you're describing or trying to get them to order.
That was well put. That was great, Miles. Yeah. You guys feeling that? Picking up what he's putting down? Definitely. That role as host, that relationship, that trust, definitely. And you should care how your guests feel and how your service is going. You should care. Because if you don't, that's also very apparent. And we already said that we don't like that when we're out. Okay? All right, good. Kind of leading into where we were talking about of this avenue, you need to have a working knowledge of all of our menus. All of them. All of them. There's so many. But you need to have a working knowledge of all of them, and you need to be able to navigate them. Something that's good when you're starting, like Wendy had mentioned yesterday, we're an American concept. We have American wine. We're like a little nodule, a little niche that we have there. You have to know how to bounce between it in a way that's organic and be able to, it's a give and take. You need to understand the menu in relationship to itself. It doesn't, you don't need to have the knowledge of it and how it relates to the rest of the world. How does it relate to South? How does it make that experience unique and special? Does that make sense? All right, is this pace all right? Are we moving at an okay speed? Feeling good? All right. Again, what we're talking about, guest perception is the guest's reality. It doesn't matter what actually happened. It matters what the guest thinks is happening and what has happened. Okay? And everybody's different, so you just have to be flexible enough to kind of figure that out. But it's all about stacking the odds. Mechanics of service, cyclist service. In your packets, on page 8. Everybody see this? Cyclist service. This is aggressive in breaking down specifically. Yes, you have the host. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can share with Bo. Does everybody have that? Okay, you're good. Okay.
No, I did.
All right. Sorry, Ryan. Will you hop next to Kitty? And we'll work out that. There's also some packets out in front. You only have the first page. All right, so like saying before, what the experience feels like, it can be repeated. It is something that is intentionally done. This is the way that we're going to be able to keep our ship tight, okay? Also from a manager's perspective, I want to be able to look at your tables and know where you are in the meal, know where the guest is. That's how also goes back to host stand. If we're on a wait, how do we figure out what wait time we're on? We gotta look at the dining room. We have to see what's actually going on. This is how we keep it moving. We keep it tight. We can norm our turn times. We can do all that through this. Okay? So, what is the first step? We'll just go through these together. It's very important. If you have any questions, please ask them, okay? We're gonna go over this line by line as we haven't done with some of the manuals, because this is where the money is. This is the details, okay? Pardon me. This is what you're gonna put on your feet on tomorrow. Okay? 1, what happens? Greet, welcome guests to South within 2 minutes of being seated. Anybody, the reason why 2 minutes is kind of too long, honestly. 2 minutes is the maximum that it's okay. To be sitting in a place for 2 minutes without anything happening feels like a very long time. Like there's enough time to like look around, but then I'm thirsty and I'm hungry and let's get it moving, okay? Secure water preference. Bottled still, iced, or bottled sparkling. We aren't gonna have water pitchers. We're gonna be putting our water in liter and personal size bottles that are gonna be put on the tables. So it's a matter of just, everyone is gonna have a bottle of water on their table. It just depends if it's Mountain Valley or if it is in our decorative bottle. Okay? Water delivery and secure beverage order. You're gonna offer suggestions, recommendations, or assistance to guests in navigating the menu. A lot of this comes from what your guest wants to do. Sometimes you'll have people who know exactly what they want, and other times you're gonna have people who have a lot of questions. I ask a lot of questions when I go out, because I wanna make sure that, like, if you know something, I wanna know what you know, because I want it too. okay? Bread service and cocktail delivery, we're gonna be using trays for everything, okay? Your mouth's blocked. And drinks?
Just drink.
Yeah, just drinks.
Not very.
Not big, drinks.
Is there anything that we're supposed to be saying specifically other than just
We are gonna be, this is just, we're gonna run this down and then, boo, I have an activity for you. You're gonna love it. But yeah, the Welcome to South, it's New Southern Cuisine, bourbon-based cocktails, just really giving people a nice show and a nice opening and an invitation to enjoy everything. Yes. Yes. Then you secure full orders tableside. The reason for that, if you can get a full order, you're just setting everybody up for success. You're setting the kitchen up for success. They know what is happening, they know what is coming, and they know if you have like a strip steak or on that ticket and it's well done, more than likely they need to get that fired before anything else really happens. So it's nice to give everybody as much information as possible to make the right choices that ultimately benefit our guest. Okay? We're gonna be writing down everybody's orders. Part of the reason for this, I know that some people like to go tableside and memorize it and repeat it back. I just think kind of at a baseline level, short-term memory, you only have room for like 4 to 6 things. And if somebody is modifying something, why risk it? Why not get it right the first time? Okay, that's also something that you can refer back to and we can kind of track it. Okay? Next, once you've taken the order, you need to input the order to communicate with the kitchen. We are using Lavu as our POS. Everybody know what POS means, by the way? Point of sales. Yeah. Yeah, there's another one, but we won't. That has nothing to do with us. When we go into a POS, you need to use the correct table numbers and position numbers. This also helps runners. When you're going in and you are delivering food, we're not auctioning anything. It's going directly to the guest as they ordered it, as it's being announced, it's presented, it's a show. They can't do that if, you know, I've had situations where I have to look at who the server is to figure out what position 1 is. So in this, we're just norming it. We'll put a floor chart up and position numbers and we'll be able to rock that out. I'm sorry, let me just bounce back. When you are taking the order, you need to repeat it back. Not in a like a listing kind of way. It's just to confirm that is actually what you ordered. Like oysters, okay, pickled shrimp. It's just as you're going. So if I hear something that is not what the guest ordered, that's my opportunity to clarify and ensure that I know what's going on. All right? We have our mise tables based on guest essential dining needs. Okay. Then you need to check back with the guest within 2 bites or 2 minutes max of food delivery. You guys know why that is? Something might be wrong. Yeah. Or?
I mean, if they don't like it,
Yeah. It gives you an appropriate time to either identify any issues that are taking place and handle them. If they're also, I will be around and I am definitely on the floor. I definitely have a presence on the floor. I will also be doing these checkbacks and making sure that everybody's having a good time. And if there is a moment where something is wrong, it's not going to be hard to find somebody to help you. We'll help you. Okay? Also, when you're doing a check back, you want to avoid things like saying, "How is everything?" Because what kind of answer are you going to get? Everything's good. Let me eat, you know.